towards users. So if I go back to the hub and we go to the track your digital footprint page, so this is where essentially the magic happens. So we've got a Google login page. We have the list of keywords, so this is search the keywords in your Gmail search bar. We have deal, sale and offer, and we have a location here to note these down so we don't forget them. What this page and the code is here, we have a class as opposed to a function, but we needed a class because we needed to import the Google components from here. So we import the Google secret, well the Google key from what I showed earlier, and this code here, these constructors here, essentially they leave companies blank so we can type in companies. And what this does is basically try and log us in with Google. If the Google can async, then we can log in. If it does, then we'll be at the login screen. If not, then that won't happen. So, and then this is called within this line of code here. So we've got our keywords, we've got our section to note it in. The next thing to do is to sign in with Google and find our digital footprint. So we just have a couple more buttons in there. So I've already signed in, but what this will do if you haven't signed in is it will direct you to a Chrome page, and then you can sign in from there. So what I will do now is I'll click my one, and we'll let it load in. This loading screen is very small. I'm unable to change this because this is a Google user face thing. I don't have obviously any Google development over that, and I'm sure there's another way I can make it work, but for the moment this works, but that is too small, I think. So we navigate over to Gmail. We've got our company keywords. These were deal, sale and offer. So let's type in deal. Nothing's come up, no companies to add. Sale, Urban Outfitters, we need to add that company. And offers. Yep, so just Urban Outfitters we need to add. So let's make a note of that so we don't forget. So I've made a note of the companies that are following me. Now I can create my own digital footprint. So we'll click on the create your own digital footprint button and I'll load up the code for that now. So what this page contains, we have a flat list that contains the companies which currently are McDonald's and Nike. These ones that I've previously found before, and then I'm going to show you how you can add one too. We have a modal. A modal is connected to the add company button, so this allows us to add companies. And we have a bit of text, and if you click on a company you get more info. So I will click to add the company we found. So we found Urban Outfitters. Submit. And then it is there. So how we did this, there's a little add company object function that I called. The form we just filled out is called a formic form, so it has properties which are text, so we inputted the text, on submit it submitted the text and added it to. So this is called within the tracker page as well. This is called in the tracker page inside the flat list. So what we have now is we have a list of companies that are following us. So now we have, this is our digital footprint here. This is what the system aimed to find. So we found our digital footprint. From here there's a couple of things extra. It says add the companies you found, click on each company for further info. Go on Nike, I get that they store data on me, the logo. I get the same for McDonald's, and then I get the same for Urban Outfitters. So how I already have the logo here, even though I've already added this, is that I have in the global style sheet, I'll show you on here, I have a list of photos. So I've only got 4 right now, or photos, images, so that if say Nike is inputted, we have the Nike asset is called the Nike logo. This could be increased to whatever many sizes possible, however many companies are in there. So this is our digital footprint. So this is now a success. We have our digital footprint. Now we can return to Hub, and then we can sign out. So a couple of issues that I found. Firstly, if I go into the Google login page, I had a problem with the keyboard. So say I want to add in a company. I found Puma are tracking me. The issue I had was the keyboard would not disappear from here. So this is a big problem, because to create a digital footprint we need to click the create your digital footprint button, but that is not accessible in the keyboard. So what I did from here I'll get up the Google login page now. So we have a touchable without feedback function. So what this does is on press, when you press the side of the keyboard, keyboard dismisses. So if we check down here, click to the side, dismiss keyboard. So this means I can click these buttons and this functionality is achievable. The next problem I had was with the Google automation. So what my requirements originally stated were this application would allow users to sign in with Google, but from there the application would be automated, and from there the automation would go into the user's Gmail, use the keywords that I've provided here that the users do manually, and it would then list it in the company page so that users didn't have to do anything. This wasn't possible just yet. I'll discuss this at the end, but basically in a summarized version is that the automation was probably going to take another month or 2 months worth of development, and I saw it more important to get a working prototype out for the final video. So as this is agile, this is nowhere near finished. In a hypothetical world there'd be more iterations, but this currently does find your the companies that are tracking you, and you can list it in a digital footprint. So it does what my problem statement set out to do. It solved that problem, but there are better ways to solve it, and I'll discuss that at the end. Finally, the final issue I had is that in my third iteration I did a quality of life improvement, so I had the about screen and the instructions page added. So where the problem was here is I added them into the sign in page stack, but I added them at the top here, and where there was a problem is what happens was the track your digital footprint button wasn't working. So how I got around this is I had to alter the structure of the stack navigator. So I had to put about screen down here next to the login screen, so that these two don't cross over with the instructions page. By getting rid of that crossover, I was able to click all the buttons again. It had all full functionality. So finally, those were the problems that I had. For a hypothetical point of view, I'll discuss where I want my system to be. So this is obviously agile development. I did it in 3 iterations. With agile there'd be just more iterations, more software updates. Short term, I would like to maybe do a couple more iterations, maybe 4, 5, 6, and this could be a automated, so users sign in like I said. Once they've signed in, the system automatically finds which companies are tracking them by searching and filtering through their emails using keywords, and then displays them on a page. That was where I was aiming to be, and that could be a next level of iteration where it could be. Furthermore, after that, we could add a functionality that has the ability to send a GDPR right to erase request to these companies, so store all these company emails, so you can just ping it across straight away from the application towards the company, so that users can have their data deleted from that company if they don't feel like it's secure. And finally, the final way we could improve it is, I don't necessarily think this could be an app. I generally think this could be a Chrome extension. And obviously with Chrome you're already signed in with Gmail, so you could just click on the Chrome extension and it would load up the list of companies that track you. That could be very far along the line, but this is hypothetical, and this could be developed in agile cycles. So I hope you enjoyed watching my development video, and thanks very much for watching.